Ever noticed how quick the world is to crown you when you succeed and just as quick to crucify you when you slip? How the same people who worshipped you yesterday are the ones lining up to tear you down today? That's the real game. The pedestal isn't a reward, it's a setup. First, they elevate you high enough so you can't move freely anymore. Then they box you into expectations, demands, image maintenance. It's the prettiest cage you'll ever see. And the second you take your seat on it, you've signed a contract you didn't even read. Stay who we say you are, or pay the price. And once you stop performing, once you stop living for their claps, they don't just pull you down, they bury you. Sigma males see through this sick cycle early. They refuse the pedestal. They refuse the prison. They refuse to be anyone's golden boy, idol, or savior. They know the second you let them put a crown on your head, you've already agreed to live by their rules. And Sigma males live by no one's rules but their own. They don't need to be loved. They don't need to be praised. They don't even need to be understood. They need one thing: uncompromised freedom. Let's break down exactly why Sigma males stay off the pedestal and why trying to box them, crown them, or own them only ends one way: failure. 1. Pedestals are just cages made of compliments. It starts with praise, it starts with admiration. It starts with words like special, unique, different. At first it feels good, it feels right. You think you've made it. But every compliment is a rope. Every expectation is a chain. Before you know it, you're performing for them, living for them, slowly dying inside just to keep their applause alive. Sigma males see through the sweet lies. They reject the claps, the cheers, the "you're amazing" chants, because they know freedom always costs you the applause. And Sigma males pay that price without hesitation. 2. Idolization is just another word for ownership. They don't idolize you because they love you. They idolize you because they want to own you. Every hero they crown is just a future slave lined up for sacrifice. First, they feed you compliments. Then they build you into a monument, not for your glory, but for their satisfaction. They start to believe you owe them inspiration, owe them leadership, owe them perfect behavior. And the second you falter, they'll destroy the very image they forced you to uphold. Sigma males know this dirty truth early. They don't let admiration turn into ownership. They shatter the fantasy before it becomes a cage. They stay real, raw, and untouchable, leaving the idolaters confused and disappointed. Sigma males don't let anyone buy a piece of their soul, no matter how high the bid. 3. Expectations are a trap, and Sigma males don't step in. Every expectation placed on you is a shackle in disguise. Be consistent. Stay humble. Inspire us. It sounds noble until you realize it's a prison sentence. The world wants predictable performers, not free men. Sigma males tear up the script. They ghost expectations. They leave crowds mid-cheer. They abandon titles mid-glory. They would rather be hated as enigmas than loved as prisoners. Sigma males aren't here to live for the world's approval. They're here to live like ghosts in a system that can't trap them. Nangaudu. Pedestals make you predictable, and predictability is death. When they put you on a pedestal, they don't just raise you up, they fix you in place. They expect you to smile the same, talk the same, act the same. Every move you make has to align with the image they built for you. If you change, if you grow, if you evolve, you've committed blasphemy against the role they assigned you. Predictability is safety for them. Predictability is death for you. Sigma males refuse to be predictable. They don't perform routines. They don't play their greatest hits on demand. They move like storms, sudden, wild, uncontrollable. They are the unexpected in a world that worships patterns, and that's why they stay dangerous. Because you can't predict a Sigma male, you can only fear what he might do next. 5. The crown they offer comes with a chain. You can't see. The crown they offer looks shiny. It gleams with admiration, respect, validation. But Sigma males know better. They know that every crown comes attached to an invisible chain. The second you accept their praise, you accept their control. Now you're their king, but only if you keep dancing to their music. They want to dictate how you act, how you think, how you lead. And the day you break character, they'll rip that crown from your head and toss you to the wolves. The same wolves they bred with their applause. Sigma males don't accept crowns. They didn't forge with their own blood. They don't inherit kingdoms. They conquer silence. They rule themselves, and that's a reign no crowd can ever dethrone. 6. Applause is cheaper than respect in Sigma. Males want neither. Most men would sell their souls for a little clapping, a few thousand followers, a few standing ovations, a few pats on the back. But applause is the cheapest currency in the world. It costs the giver nothing, and it costs the receiver everything. Respect isn't much better. In today's world, respect is handed out to anyone who parrots the right words, who fits the right mold. It's a hollow prize for hollow men. Sigma males don't chase applause. They don't even want your respect. They want air, space, quiet. They want the freedom to move unseen, to strike without warning, to vanish without explanation. They'd rather be feared, hated, misunderstood than clapped into submission. They don't measure their worth by volume. They measure it by sovereignty. 7. The system wants to brand you before it breaks you. The world doesn't want you undefined. It doesn't want you fluid. It wants you boxed up, stamped, classified, and sold. It wants you to be the motivator, the rebel, the innovator. Because once they brand you, they own you. They think they know you. They think they can predict you. And once you're predictable, you're vulnerable. They start laying traps. They start dictating what you can and can't be. They punish you the moment you try to outgrow their label. Sigma males know the moment someone tries to define you. They're already plotting your downfall. That's why they stay untitled, unbranded, uncaptured. They are storms with no name, fires with no borders. You can't break what you can't catch, and you can't catch what refuses to be named. 8. Fame is just a farm for feeding expectations. Fame is a slaughterhouse with velvet walls. First, they feed you admiration. Then, they bleed you dry with expectations. The second you stop being the version of you they paid for, they cancel you, laugh at you, forget you. Sigma males see fame for what it is, a machine designed to devour the authentic and spit out puppets. They laugh at the very idea of fame. They don't chase crowds. They don't crave followers. They build fortresses in the wild, far from the lights, far from the noise, where real freedom still breathes. 9. Legacy is a trap too. Leave a legacy, they say. Another leash. Legacy is just another prison disguised as honor. It locks you into living up to a version of yourself that no longer fits, serving ghosts you've outgrown. Sigma males don't live for how they'll be remembered. They live for how they feel right now, raw, savage, free. They don't care about being remembered by a world they never belonged to in the first place. 10. Sigma males. Understand, worship is just another way to be controlled. The second people start worshiping you, they start walling you in. Walls of expectation, walls of image, walls of guilt and obligation. Sigma males tear down the altars before anyone can kneel. They don't want fans, they don't want followers. They don't even want admiration. They want independence, clean, ruthless, untouched. Sigma males walk through the world untouched by worship, immune to applause, blind to validation. Because real kings don't rule over people, they rule over themselves. On a final note, Sigma males don't play by the rules of worship and expectation. They don't want your cheers, your loyalty, or your labels. They want to move how they choose. They want to build what they envision. They want to live on terms that don't fit anyone's comfort zone, but their own. Pedestals are for performers. Prisons are for the predictable. Sigma males, they are neither. They don't beg for your love. They don't ask for your permission. They walk forward heads high, hands empty, because they don't need to carry anyone's expectations. And the beauty is, when no one owns you, no one can stop you. No pedestals, no prison, only pure, brutal, untamed freedom.